We need some theme music. It gets so quiet.
I can get my son to write something for us.
Yeah, you did say you was gonna have us some theme music. Get us some theme music.
What do you want? Like, what do you like? Kind of like, what do you have anything in mind?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I
Right.
just like only thing we need is like a beat or just a nice beat.
Okay. I'm writing up for
Yeah,
it.
all we need is a nice beat. What's up, y'all? Hey, amazing 80. Hey, Miss Beverly. Hey, Trudy. I miss you guys.
Everybody, thank you
I
for joining.
I miss you, Trudy. I'll be leaving this. Y'all be forgetting. Hey.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Of course, we gonna give everybody time to come in. Come into the chat room.
Yes, and please hit that like button on your way in.
I'm sorry we don't have no theme music. We that's gonna be something we're gonna work on. We're gonna work on getting us some theme music. So when y'all come in all chillax and ready to have an adult conversation. Like that's what we need. Like we need some grown people music. You know what I'm saying? That put you in the
Yeah.
mood for grown conversation. We don't need no animated cartoon type. No, we need some adult music, put you in the mood, ready to have an adult conversation.
And that's what I put in the chat when I invited everybody over. I'm like, we have adult conversation, no messiness. I mean, we
Yeah,
see, but yeah.
that's all we have. That's all we do over here. We don't tolerate mess. I done been in mess. I done walked away from mess. And when I come over here, I don't care if it's 1, 2, 3 people. I'd rather just talk to a small crowd and keep my peace and my sanity and have an adult conversation, be able to engage with no drama, no bull stuff. Because if I want it in my life, I can have it. I can have it. But I
Yeah.
choose the life of peace and sanctity. I'm
I
sorry, I
mean,
do. I do.
yeah, I've cut so many negative people out and down out of my life that I just, it's too
But
much.
you have to just cut negativity out your life altogether. When you cut negativity out your life, people is just gonna fall off.
Yeah.
They gonna fall
Yeah.
off because they're gonna be like, dang, she won't even engage with me like she used to. And you know what I'm
Right.
saying? People will start falling by the wayside. You like, shoot, just try to stay positive. They'll start falling by
Yeah.
the wayside. But anyway, come on in, everybody. We're gonna talk a little bit COVID. We got a short video clip we want to play for y'all too, as far as the vaccination. So it's gonna be real interesting. And we also gonna speak about what's been going on as far as the presidential election. So kind of give y'all an update on that. We had to change our title at the last minute, so that's what we're gonna really talk about and kind of dig into today. As y'all know, COVID is still on the rise. From my understanding, I believe we have like over 300,000 deaths so far. So it's still on the rise. They canceled Thanksgiving. They talking about canceling Christmas, limiting for travel, limiting who large crowds and who you go visit. So I kind of feel like y'all, we are seriously in prison. We are
Yeah.
in prison. But at the same time, it's like you have no other choice. Like this is just the world we live in right now. If you want to stay safe, this is the world we in. And I never thought I would see the day where they actually cancel freaking Christmas or American holidays.
Yeah, that's
I never
crazy.
thought I would see the day. Like that's just crazy to me. But so y'all know singer Jeremiah, he's just coming out the hospital like a few weeks ago from COVID. But what I found really interesting is his story when he told his story about, once he got COVID and the way it attacked his body and how it attacked his organs. I never, I will, of course, you just don't know to what extent because it actually kill you. But to actually hear him say it attacked his kidneys and like that right there was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you never know how strong your immunization is until you have an encounter with this thing. You know what I'm saying? And he said it attacked him so bad to where he thought he was gonna die.
Yeah.
So, like we said, we don't do any fear tactics and stuff like that on everybody, but we are wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be the queen of your household, the queen of your family, you must be smart, you must be wise.
Absolutely.
You know, so I'm like, this thing is like, yeah. Even, and I'm talking about somebody, if y'all don't know who Jeremiah the Singer is, which I'm pretty sure most of y'all do. We talking about somebody what, like in their early 30s.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
certain demographics, the certain neighborhood, somebody in Los Angeles, California, I'm assuming, I don't know where he at, in his early 30s, like, come on now, it can happen to us. So we just got to be safe. Y'all be safe out there. Be safe out there. But as far as these immunizations, I don't care how bad it gets. And it's just coming from me. I ain't getting no immunization shot.
Yeah, I'm passing.
I am not getting no immunization shot. I don't care how bad it gets. I don't need y'all shooting nothing up in me. Because I believe, like, from the beginning of time, our body was meant to heal itself.
And it does.
It does. And we kind of like intact, we allowing our body to be sieged by the things that we in letting into our body, the things that we digesting and letting into our body. So we are allowing our body to be weakened and have to fight to heal itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't meant to be that way.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't know. But anyway, so you want me to go ahead and play this short clip about first the immunizations and some kind of give some background information on the immunizations?
Yes.
Or did you want to speak on it first?
We can Hey Simple Life. Hi, Amazing 80 BBK, everybody. Thank you for coming. I will play the video first, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Short 4-minute video, y'all.
Nina, you just say something, honey?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with my audio.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Again, y'all, this is a quick 4-minute video to kind of give y'all some information and some background on what's going on as far as this COVID-19 vaccination. And then we're going to speak on it after the video. Is it playing, Cynthia? Because I can't hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't hear anything, honey.
Okay, hold on. You still can't hear it?
No. Did you turn on audio?
Hold on.
Let us know if y'all can hear that video, because it could just be me. Drop a 1 if you can hear the video.
BBK said she couldn't hear it either. Okay.
It is real bad in my state. They had a huge breach. Wow. What state are you in, if you don't mind me asking? I got unemployment once a year. All right. And I'm also going to put the link.
Shit. Let me shoot. I'm so sorry.
Do that. Let me go ahead and do that. We're working on that, Cynthia. Okay, so y'all also drop the link in the chat because the ladies decided that we were going to start dropping a link in the chat for anybody that want to come on and join us at the round table and have a discussion with them. Y'all more than welcome. Only thing that we ask is when you first come on, you mute up. And if you want, you could turn your camera off. Just completely optional. And just join us for conversation. Men, women, kings, queens, whoever. So yeah, the link is right there in the chat room.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I think I didn't do it right.
And speak on these particular topics that we're having at the time.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Virus vaccine.
How's that?
Yes, you heard me. Today is the day. First day of the vaccine here in the United States.
Can y'all hear
Let's
that?
get into it. The rollout of the first coronavirus vaccine began Monday morning as the first doses of the Pfizer medication was administered to healthcare workers and nursing home staffers. A critical care nurse from Northwell LIJ Medical Center on Long Island was vaccinated at 9:23 a.m. this morning during a live stream event with New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo said to her, "You didn't even flinch." ABC News photo of Sandra Lindsay. She's an RN, a critical care nurse at Long Island Jewish Medical Center, is the first person to be vaccinated in New York, December 14, 2020. The University of Louisville Hospital in Kentucky will receive its first delivery of vaccine this morning at 9:30 and 10:30. 3 doctors and 2 nurses will receive the vaccine. Other locations in Connecticut, New York, Iowa, Washington, Michigan will also receive their vaccine today. So let's look at what's inside of the vaccine. So what's inside of the vaccine is a substance called mRNA. mRNA. So with the mRNA, it's a new approach pretty much to vaccines. mRNA vaccines take advantage of the process that cells use to make proteins in order to trigger an immune response and build immunity to SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19. In contrast, most vaccines use weakened or inactivated versions of components of the disease, causing pathogens to stimulate the body's immune response to create antibodies. mRNA vaccines have strands of genetic material called mRNA inside a special coating. That coating protects the mRNA from enzymes in the body that will otherwise break it down. It also helps the mRNA enter the muscle cells near the vaccine site. mRNA can most easily be described as instructions for the cell on how to make a piece of the spike protein that is unique to SARS-CoV-2. Since only part of the protein is made, it does not do any harm to the person vaccinated, but it is an antigenic. After the piece of the spike protein is made, the cell breaks down the mRNA strand and disposes of them using enzymes in the cell. It is important to note that the mRNA strand never enters the cell's nucleus or affects genetic material. This information helps counter misinformation about how mRNA vaccines alter or modify someone's genetic makeup. So yes, that's the biggest question. A lot of people was wondering, like, how is this going to affect my DNA? Will this affect my cells in my body? So basically, the mRNA is going to be sending signals directly to your cells without damaging your cells or without entering your cells. So it's almost like sending something in your body to activate the cells in your body to go ahead and start working, to go ahead and start fighting this thing off. You know what I mean? So it's almost like a act and response type mechanism. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, this is what it is, man. This is where we at right now. The mRNA vaccine is out. It's here. Today is the day. First Americans getting their shots. Let me know what you think. Do you plan on taking a shot? Do you not plan on taking a shot? Let me know what you think, man. Like, share, subscribe. Black Truth, and I'm out.
Okay.
Wow. That was very important information.
Yeah, I was talking with my son yesterday, and he was telling me that on Instagram, it was saying that there's like 2 loopholes that you can use in order to not get the vaccination. And I believe one of them was a myth that they have baby, like aborted fetus parts in the vaccination. But I told him to make sure he fact checked the stuff. And when he kept reading on, it said that they don't actually put that in there. I think they might do it like in a petri dish or whatever, but the actual vaccination does not contain the baby fetus. But whatever it was, I can't remember what he said, MMRA, something like that. I think that's another reason why you can legally say that you don't want to take the shot. But with me, I can't take any immunization that's got a live virus in it because I'm high risk because of my kidney transplant. I'm on immune suppression medicine so that my body doesn't reject my kidney that I was transplanted with. So, like
Does
me,
that sound like anything that a person with a low immune system or elderly should be taking?
I don't think that they should. And my opinion is that they're using the elderly as guinea pigs to find out how well it's going to work. I think it's going to be mandatory for all healthcare providers in any capacity. I'm having a feeling that they're going to make teachers take it. I have a feeling that at some point they're going to make it mandatory, like the measles, mumps, and stuff like that, that the children have to be able to get into school. I don't know if you can use a religious reason because of the fact that they said that the baby fetuses were used, but because, like I said, my son said that they're not actually putting that into the vaccination, that that's not one of the reasons that you can, but there is loopholes so you can deny. But I don't know if nurses and people like
Now,
would be able to deny
as of
taking it.
now.
I'm sorry.
Loopholes as of now.
Right, right, right. And even if I wasn't high risk, I still wouldn't take it because it hasn't been out long enough. You know, they couldn't have tested by so much in that little bit of time. And normally it takes years for immunizations to be approved by FDA, but I think the ones that they're doing now are FDA approved. The first ones that they did were not. That was like a voluntary thing where they were
Don't
taking
don't all of
like
these don't
50.
all of them have to be FDA approved though before they give them to you?
No, no, not the first ones that came out. They weren't because when I was calling, I think I might have talked about it a couple of weeks ago when we did a show. When I called Walgreens to do a prescription refill, they had a recording that said that the first round of shots was available and it hadn't been FDA approved yet, but they were doing, test runs to see how people were going to respond to the virus, the vaccination, and side effects and stuff like that. You might not know for years what kind of side effects this immunization might have, and I didn't get too far into finding out if any, anybody has had started having um, negative reactions with the immunization. Though I believe I heard that a couple of people did have the symptoms from it, but I don't think that it was really that bad where they had to be hospitalized or something. But yeah, they were paying people like $1,200 to $1,500 to be test dummies, basically. BBK, come back up, sweetheart. I don't know. I don't know. First of all, I don't know if it's a male or female, so I apologize. But
It's
it was up here, but they dropped down.
yeah, I was going to introduce her and let her chime in and say, speak her piece. I was letting you finish.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, they said they're not going to give it to no children under 7.
Using the elderly, like in nursing homes and stuff like that, for the first round of shots were available. They weren't HDA approved yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, y'all. So we have BBK on from the chat room. I dropped the link in the chat if anybody want to come on and speak on the show with us today. BBK, so how do you feel about the vaccinations? Did you want to speak on the vaccines?
You have to unmute.
Hey, you guys. Good morning. I couldn't hear Malika. I was getting a bad connection, so that's what I was typing in the private chat. Can y'all hear me?
Okay. Yes, we
Yes.
got to hear
Hey,
you fine.
BBK.
Okay. Good morning, Malika. Peace and blessings. Hey, Nene Boo. Hey, everybody in the chat. So I just wanted to come up here and tell y'all, I've been talking mad-ish about those vaccinations. I'm not gonna take it. You can call it suicide by cop, whatever you want to call it. I ain't gonna take it, and they ain't gonna be able to make me. It is some funny stuff in those shots. I'm sure y'all saw in the reports. Australia's already reporting that people are getting HIV positive test results behind those shots, which we already knew at the go ahead.
That's crazy.
And we already knew at the first of the year that we got access to one of the emails when they leaked when they hacked the emails and released them. We saw that the Wuhan virologists over there had a report saying that they were splicing the bug, if you will, with HIV. So we knew that was going to be the second wave, quote unquote, and that's why it was going to be deadlier than the first. So you can't believe nothing that they're saying. They lie about everything. So it's best if you just try to use some, eat some pomegranate or some grass mixed with some dirt and some mud or something. Just find some old school remedies to take.
Dirty mud.
Yeah, don't do that shot though.
I'm scared of it.
Cause I was one of the ones that got an email to be a test dummy for that vaccine shot. They offered me $1,200.
Hell no, that ain't enough. Because look at what happened to the first 40 volunteers. They ended up with Bell's palsy. Now they face messed up on one side of the face. Don't do it, Cletus. Don't do it.
Wow.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that either. That's good information.
Oh, see, Malika, see how you been cheating me? I've been over here hiding in your skybox and you ain't came and got none of my tea, girl. I've been dropping this tea every time I get it.
Do you? I'm gonna come over there and support you too. Make sure you put a link to your page in the comment section, and I'll pin it.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely have some catching up to do. It's just been so much going on with this stuff. Like every time you turn around, it's something else. I did catch up because a lot of times people send me videos, and I know one guy, he's been looking into basically it's supposed to alter the DNA or do something with the DNA. So he got some videos on that, and I got to go back and kind of catch up with him, but I don't know exactly what. I can't really, break it down for you. I haven't watched them, but from my understanding, this vaccination is supposed to do something with your DNA.
It changes it.
It changes your DNA, right, or alters it in some way. So I'm like, it's a lot I've been hearing about this, different reasons, and like Cynthia said, the main one is they got it out too fast. They got it out way too fast. And like, give me like at least a year to see how. I'm not gonna take it anyway, but I'm just saying, like, give the average American citizen a chance to look at somebody and observe them for a year and see how it's gonna manifest with them. Don't just throw it at everybody.
Right.
And with COVID, like I said, mostly it's flu symptoms, but what Jeremiah was speaking about, how it was like attacking his organs and stuff like that, mainly his kidney, like that was, to me, the first time I really heard it, being put like that and that extreme. But I'm with BBK. Like, if you experiencing flu symptoms, try some home remedies before you go get that shot. Like, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. And I know a lot of people say they don't trust it because Trump put it out. I've heard that being said too. I'm kind of wondering when Biden get in office, is they gonna switch the chemical up? Is they gonna change things? What y'all think? Because I think Biden said he don't like Dr. Fauci or whatever his name is.
Really?
Dr. Fauci. So I'm wondering, is they gonna keep the same medication or is they gonna switch it up when when the roles and stuff change?
I don't know. That's a good question, though.
Yeah, I wondered about that. So you don't even know, like, if you getting it now, you don't even know that when another batch come in, like after
Right.
the election, if it's even the same batch. Like you can't even trust the first and second batch, like she said, that went out. So imagine when the position of power turn and you have a different leader. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna get
Yeah.
the same thing that the first batches that went out, or is it gonna be a whole different? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. You can't trust it.
So BBK, did you hear anything about the second? How long do you have to wait before you get the second? Because I know it's a 2-shot series, but I don't remember how far apart they said you had to take them. She's at work. Check the back chat.
Okay, I'm gonna read Stephanie comments. I would like to know what they have Trump to make him bounce back like he did at his age. Yes, Trump did a hell of a bounce back, didn't he? And let's speak on this too. How do y'all feel about Trump saying he will definitely take it and he will take it for the whole public to see, for the public to see. However, he's not about to take it right now under doctor's order. How do y'all feel about that? Or how do y'all feel about just watching the government? If y'all back this thing, especially the Republicans, how about they just do televised whatever, where they all in one room, 6 feet apart, lined up to take the injection? If you want the American people to feel comfortable with it, why not?
Right. Look at work to flow to.
He should have been the first
Um,
one to take the vaccine.
I don't
He just,
think he had it, to be honest. I
well,
really don't.
I guess under doctor's order, I guess he just took it. I don't know if it was that particular vaccine, but he just took a vaccine when he got over it. So I guess he have to wait again before he can take another one, is what he's saying. So
Yeah, I
work.
know it's a 2-shot thing, but I'm not sure if anybody in the chat can help, if you know how long in between the first shot that you have to wait before you can.
Maybe they'll wait and see how the first one affects them before they give another dosage, because they only got so many dosages.
Yeah, I
So they're
think it
trying to
was
get it
40
to as many people as
million.
they can.
I think it was 40 million that went out the first day, and the military is basically in charge. It's called Operation Warp Speed, and they're basically responsible for trying to get the vaccination out to as many people as possible. And I believe I caught on the little bit of news that I did watch that University of Maryland Medical Center, some nurses there have taken the shot, which is close to me. University of Maryland is where I got my kidney transplant at. So, and then the medical center, I think the one that they were talking about is out here where I actually live in the suburbs, not in the city, not the big hospital, but the smaller one.
Okay, I'm sorry, babe. You were asking me something. I had a phone call. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I was asking if you heard how far, let me see how I can work. How long do you have to wait before you get the second shot? And is the same thing in the second shot as in the first shot?
To be honest with you, I did not look into any of that. I just find it very strange that nobody was mentioning in the beginning a schedule of shots that you had to take more than one. So that was new to me, and I do not know. I don't have any information on that, and I probably won't look into it because my stance is I ain't taking it. I don't give a dang how many
It
shots
don't
it is. If
matter.
it's half a shot, 3/4 of a shot, I'm Gucci. I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't even have to tell me nothing else about the shots. And if they mad about me, taking up space here in this area, they can put me in a house out in the country and let me be. I can hunt on my own. I know how to fish, clean, cook fish. I know how to do all of the things, and I'm good. I don't need none of the electricity. I know how to do my own fires. I know how to operate the whole butane gas thing. Stop playing with me. People better look up how to handle things, because I keep telling y'all, in a minute the light's gonna go out. Won't be no cell phone, no TV, no radio, no power, no microwave. What y'all gonna do?
Right. And see,
That's gonna be hell. That's gonna be hell on earth.
We
Ooh, that's
already
gonna
living in
be
hell
hell
on
we
on
earth.
earth.
We
we
already
are
living there.
we're strong people, and we will survive.
When,
We'll
when
get
the earth
past it.
darkens, when
Miss
it's dark in those days, oh my God.
Miss Peace and Blessings, speak for yourself. Everybody ain't gonna survive because everybody ain't a fighter. See,
Oh no.
remember that.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all.
But
Good
Marty, as
morning.
saying, within 6 months, you have to get the second shot.
That's ridiculous. I know we're gonna be living in treacherous times where laws gonna change, where the people
Yeah.
are, certain things is gonna be mandated, such as the vaccination. Um, because this is the whole agenda. They trying to they want to do a one world government, a one world currency. They want everything to be global and together,
Right.
aligned. So what they gonna do is they gonna end up canceling the American dollar and saying because the exchanging of money is helping spread COVID. See, it's a lot of things that's gonna come into play. A lot of policies and stuff is gonna come into play right along with this vaccination. It's not just the vaccination, because hell, they already got people that didn't taking the second dosage and they already on flights and trying to, I guess, prepare for Christmas and stuff. And they stopping them. And they like, well, hold on, just because you're vaccinated, don't mean that you can still travel. Don't mean that you can still, just live your life as if it's not here.
Right.
So they was kind of doing like a briefing on people that have already taken it and just pretty much have made plans to, travel and things like that. So it's gonna be a lot to come with that. Some people gonna think, oh, okay, I can just take the vaccination, I'm gonna be in the clear. Like, hell no. Like, you are literally going to be living under a beast system. So it's like, you damned either way it goes.
You can tell that they're already starting with the currency thing, because not too many people, me included, carry cash. I carry very limited amount of cash.
Yeah.
So, it's already starting with all the ATM cards and
Cash app.
that cash app, and everything is going into not having, actual currency on you.
Yeah, you can go to a fast food restaurant and use the machines and go on the inside, use the machines, swipe your card, pay for your food. All you have to do is walk up to the thing to pick up your order.
Yeah. Yeah.
No cash exchanged at all. Walk up to the counter and just grab your bag.
Yep.
So they've been planning this stuff. None of this stuff is new. We just seeing it manifest. Like, we've been knew this time was coming. We've been, you know what I'm saying? And we just here. And now, I hate to say it, but we are going to be eventually a communist state. At least that's what I believe. At least that's what I believe. I believe we have put some communists in the White House, and it's really gonna go down. It's really gonna go down. But speaking about the White House, it's a lot that's going on with this presidential election. Lord have mercy. It has really been a journey, and we're not even done yet. We're not even done yet. So, of course, y'all know that Trump and his legal team is still fighting against voter fraud. He will not concede. Did anybody ever think he was going to? Frankly, I knew he was never going to concede. Did anybody actually think he had hopes that he was?
Nah, I don't think he's gonna. It's going to be interesting once the inauguration comes and he has to stand in front of the White House like Obama had to do with him and see how they act around each other.
Right. He gonna
Oh,
be
what
sitting
about
up there. He gonna be sitting up there
show up?
next to Biden, turning side to side, looking with that goofy ass smile on his face like he always do. It's time for him to go. He need to hurry up. January 20th ain't coming fast enough. Bye bye now.
Do y'all think that he gonna actually show up at the inauguration?
I think that
As any of y'all, who out there think he gonna show up at the inauguration? Who actually think that he's gonna be there?
it's going to be interesting. That's all I can say. And they can't get here fast enough. I just want he's going to keep fighting. And even though a lot of states have done confirmed electoral votes and stuff, still fighting tooth and nail. And somebody said that he's fighting because he doesn't want to leave office because New York is waiting on him. That's why he changed his residence from New York to Florida because they're after him. And
Yeah,
they also said that they think he's
Well,
going
he lost.
to exonerate
He lost fair and
himself.
square, over with, done, fried. Stick a knife in him. He's done. The electoral college votes
but
proved that he didn't
Trump
win.
is
So let it
under
go.
investigation. Trump is under investigation, just as Hunter Biden is under investigation with dealings with Russia. Is it? He under investigation as well. So we don't know what's getting ready to come out of none of this stuff. It's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. It's a lot of foreign outside influencers when it comes to, I believe, our voting system, and not just our voting system, but when it comes to running this country, period. And they should not have no type of influence over running this country. They should not be getting wealth from this country. I am, and I will always say, have been a Trump supporter. I am a Trump supporter because I was totally with him putting barriers up with our nation against other nations, and people just coming over here stealing all the jobs, making all the money, starting all the corporations, and we end up being a slave to their corporation. Like, it to me, that's like, no. I think that it should have been borders up. They should be taxed if they want to do business with the United States. Like, I was all for it. I was really all for just about a lot of policies that he put in place. But I think things is really about to change if power be handed over. And I just hope that everybody is ready for the change that's about to happen. That's all.
Yeah.
But be myself. Some people like would not actually accept if Biden was to take place. If it was to be a Democratic victory, some people just still would not be able to accept that. Now, that might not be what I want, but at the same time, God had a final say. And
right.
if this is what come out of it, it's like, okay, now what, we gonna go to war with each other and just, you know what I'm saying, like mess our country up even more? Like, no, we need to clean together and figure out some survival mechanisms because it's gonna get crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but no, people is talking civil war. I mean, they out there rallying. Some rallies might turn ugly because you got all type of people out there. Antifa, white supremacists, like all type of people out there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I can see some stuff, a bunch of hillbillies with gunshots. I don't care. They are out there, baby.
Oh yeah.
And you just can't trust the whole situation.
The Proud Boys got caught burning Black Lives Matters not flags, their banners and stuff.
Anybody that just listen to us, regardless to what side of the fence you on, whether it's the left, whether it's the right, pray for peace for our nation, because I think our nation gonna really need it. Let me read some of these comments. What it is interesting that he would ask for pardons for his children. Definitely. He was still doing business with foreigners, though. He was still doing business with foreigners. I mean, United States was doing business with foreigners. It wasn't a big deal. The big deal is when they not legal. You know what I'm saying? Like when they not legal citizens. That's when it become an issue. Or when they not being taxed. That's when it become an issue. We are in a damn deficit. How dare you not tax these other countries? What the hell? What was y'all thinking all these years? And people was talking about he run a country like a business. That's what we need.
We are a business.
That's what
Our
we
country
need.
is,
Our
but
country
he
is
had so many failed businesses though. Look how many times he applied for bankruptcy and stuff. He can't run a business. That's why he ran the country into a hole worse than, I mean, things didn't have to get as bad as they were. He
well,
wanted to play and not have people panic, but he just made things worse.
economically, he made the country better. Economically, the country was better. The country was doing great. But the COVID thing, I don't place blame on him. I blame China. Some people blame Trump. I've heard people call it the Trump virus.
That's crazy.
I blame China. And so our unemployment rate and everything just rising up. Really, it stems from this virus. Because before that, our unemployment rate had dropped, I think, from 16 point something to 15 point something from when Obama was in office to when Trump was in office. So it did drop. And I feel like we were kind of doing okay. Like we were really doing okay. We had more jobs. Like we was really doing okay. And then this COVID thing just kind of like knocked us 20 feet back. So
yeah. But see, if he would have been honest from day one, and this is my opinion only, if he had been honest and did things right the first time around, then we wouldn't be as bad off as we are now. Had he, first of all, not dismembered the task team that they had in the White House when Obama was there, and everybody said Obama knew it was coming. Every so many years, it happened. So he knew it was coming, but he didn't know COVID was coming and it was going to be as bad as this. Of course, Trump blames everything on Obama, and his supporters blamed Obama for 9/11. And not calling you, not throwing no shade towards you, Malika, but a lot of supporters are kind of slow, to be honest. And they don't like Obama. I said no shade towards her. I said some of them, not all of them. I think
I was catching. So I even catch it. I was reading some comments, but go ahead.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Cynthia. I think if he would have acted on it faster when it first popped off, then we probably wouldn't be in a bad situation we in now. I just think he was kind of careless as far as like the American people. Like he knew about it. He just didn't act on it to where he should have shut the country down to keep people from coming over here from China, spreading more. So, I don't know.
That was the first thing he did, though. That was the first thing he did when he acted on it, was shut down from our travel to China. That was the first thing he did. And I heard somebody mention it, and I think it was really brilliantly put. When you have a tragedy or some things going on that's kind of deep, you don't just go to your children and run to your children like, oh my God, this just happened. Like you don't do that. You see what I'm saying? You have to still handle the tragedy or handle the situation with care, because you don't want to alarm them. You don't want to freak them out. You don't want to. What were we supposed to go run to us like, oh my God, it's a virus. We all might be dead. Like you don't want to do that. Like you have to follow a certain type of, well, not really protocol, but you gotta be real cautious how you proceed or how you do deliver that information. So I think that he did know behind the scenes, and at the same time, they didn't know exactly what they was dealing with. And when they realized what they was dealing with, immediately shut the travel from here in China down. Immediately it was action being taken. But at the same time, it was already predicted. Once he did get the information, it was already predicted that we would lose like how many million people to this virus? I don't really remember the numbers, but it was already predicted that a certain amount of number of people would die from this. And he really killed that number. I mean, like under halfway. So when he did get the data and he did see the number of death tolls, that him taking action, people died. That's inevitable. You couldn't stop that. You
Right.
had people already traveled and brought it over here and helped spread it. So that was inevitable. But the fact that the number is nowhere near the prediction, what they predicted, shows that it was some action being taken. And now I have to balance this virus with the economic downfall. And to me, when you look at Joe Biden and Kamala Harris' plan, they plan mirror exactly what Trump been doing all along. When it comes to that COVID, it's the exact same plan. Get vaccines out there, shut it down. Only difference is he want to lock us down for, I think he said, last I heard was 8 weeks. And I'm pretty sure that 8 weeks gonna turn into 8 months. And then next thing you know, it's gonna be a whole damn year when we lock down. But only difference is he want to lock it down. And I believe he said for like 8 weeks. But other than that, the vaccination, wearing your mask, social distancing. We didn't heard this before. We was already doing this. This is the exact measure that he took. So really, I don't understand what's gonna really be different. I mean, it's once it got out there, it was out there.
I think they opened things up too quickly. I understand that people with businesses, because one of my good friends has a hair business where wigs and lace fronts and all of that good stuff that she's got going on out there, Miss Malika. And
Yeah, I know.
and I understand that it's hard for people when they have to close their businesses, the small businesses. I understand that, but it's causing. I might be all over the place with my thoughts, but that's how my brain works. Sorry, y'all. But it's making people humble where they have to live on their means and not above their means. They have to start budgeting their money. They have to start living like ordinary people do. Even the stars and stuff, when they're coming on Instagram and YouTube channels and stuff, dropping their cash app because they can't work either. Celebrities doing concerts where you have to pay for it and you can watch them live in concert or wherever they are, to make money and stuff. So I mean, it's hitting everybody, and the small people are suffering behind it. And just like they bailed out these big major airlines and stuff, why can't they help out the small businessmen as well as, or if not equal, instead of giving it so much of it to the big businesses, why not help the small businesses as well? And I agree with Stephanie's comment. She said that it was something in place to deal with this, but he cut it out when he came into office. That's what I was saying earlier about them actually having people in the White House that track things like this. And in my opinion, he knew back in November, because I heard about it either in November or December that something was going on. And if he would have left the task force where it was, we would have found out sooner, and more precautions could have been made other than just closing the borders to China. By then, even though he did it, which was a good thing, it was already over here. So it was like he did it, but it could have probably been done sooner had the task force still been in operation instead of him. That's one of the first things he did when he got out of office. He tried to kill everything Obama did. He tried to remove anything positive that he did. It's like he was trying to erase his legacy.
No, he kept Obamacare. He kept Obamacare. But let me ask you a question, because this is where I'm kind of like thrown off at, and I'm and confused. So I'm really asking this in sincerity. Is there any factual information that we might can find that proves that he knew about the virus prior to the virus already being over here?
I don't know if it's out there, but I will definitely look into it and find out. Because for some reason, like November, December, I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, because wasn't in January or something, like right after Kobe Bryant passed away, then that's when it was. I saw an ad or something in the newspaper about the coronavirus or something, and like you said, Cynthia, he knew about it from November, but it was American people, I'm assuming from the White House, that was over there in China. And when the virus kicked off, they came back from China, and then that's when people started hearing about it spreading or over here in the United States. So I'm assuming, I thought the people that was over there was from the White House.
No, I'm not sure if they were from the White House.
Were they over there observing the virus because it was already here, or because they heard about it and heard it could make?
I mean, you have American people in China all the time. It's just not before COVID. You have American people over there all the time. So I don't know what they were doing over there, but I knew that it was some American people over there that came back, and some of them probably possibly contracted COVID. And then, came around other people, White House, wherever, family members. And then that's when it really started spreading. Because this was like in February or March or something, when people was talking about the numbers was rising or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would like to see that information that him or any of his affiliates knew about COVID. I'm not really going to stand on the side of the Democrats not knowing, because I believe if anybody knew, they probably knew. Y'all know I believe that they were trying to set my boy up from the very beginning. Y'all know I believe that. But I would like to know if it was any, and what, let me just say this too, because I've said it before and I still stand on it. What he did when it as far as with the COVID, the action that he took with the COVID, I'm not going to say he did everything 100% perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that. I think it was a tragedy, and it was probably something like Work to Flow to said, that was meant to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, meant to happen in our lifetime. We've had virus outbreaks and things like that, and pandemics. Like, we've had this before, so it could have just been something that was meant to happen.
I think it was a test. I think it was a test.
I'm not saying every action. I'm not saying, yeah, I definitely feel that. I don't feel like every action that he took was just dead on, not on 100%, because I really don't know what they were doing behind the scenes and how long they actually know before the American people found out, or how long they actually knew before it even came to America. I don't have those facts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I just know that now that once we started dealing with it, once it was here, to me, it was like the only option for you to do is social distancing, wear your mask. I mean, it really wasn't too much unless we just shut this whole country down, which we can't live with the whole country. You see how they did them few weeks when they was panic shopping and you couldn't find no toilet tissue, no milk, no nothing in the stores. So imagine if they just did a state alert and they just shut everything down. I mean, it'd be crazy. So, but I've never been the one to say that he did everything perfect. You know what I'm saying? He may have left some room for some errors. Okay, he's human. The man is human. But at the same time, I just feel like myself personally, I would have rather given him that 8 years that we have given to almost every president. I mean, that
we good. He served his time. It's time for him to go.
Well, we already know how you feel about it. I think you already expressed that. But
he's talking about running in 2024.
No, he have not said anything about running in 2024 because in Trump.
I heard it.
I know it's a lie. It's fake news. It's fake news because, in all honesty, like, I follow a lot of conservatives and watch the channels that actually Trump suggests that is not fake news. He called channels like CNN, MBS. He called those channels fake, or NBC. He called those channels fake news. So I follow a lot of news stations, different news stations that he suggests that we follow, where we can get kind of like some real deep coverage that you won't really see on the media. And if you also notice, you have stations, mainstream media, MSM, like CNN, they are pro-Biden. They are pro-Biden. Like, if you watch it, that's really all you're gonna get. It's Trump, the scum of the earth. He won't concede. Biden is the president. That's all you're gonna get. You don't really even get that mixture, that balance. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna seriously get mainstream media just attacking them. But no, he not looking to run for 2024. He have not. His lawyer just did a conference. Not lawyer, one of his representatives or somebody just did a conference where she answered a bunch of questions. He's still in legal proceedings over this election right here. So in Trump's mind, I don't live there, but from what I've heard them actually just recently say last night, from Trump's mind, he's not giving up on this particular election right here. So he's not even in 2024. He ain't taking over this election right here. Like in his mind, that's where he's still at. So I haven't heard anything said on that side of the fence. As far as the right side of the fence, I haven't heard anything because I'm on the right side, you know. I'm a righty, but I haven't heard anything from the right side as far as him actually saying he gonna vote 2020. I mean, he gonna run for 2024. He still is fighting litigation. He's still in litigation over this one right here, and still believe that he can take it home. So. But somebody actually said in the chat room too that he will not be at the inauguration, and that's funny because I didn't think he would. I just
Patty. That's just Patty. Come on now. That's
he
just
had somewhere else. He had another. I guess he's gonna be at a rally or something of his. And I'm pretty sure that they made sure that they had that rally going on at the same time. But I guess I think it was Marty or it was somebody that said in the chat. I wish y'all had pulled it up on the screen so we could have had it. Yeah, here you go, right here. Here you go, right here. According to the news, Trump will not be at the inauguration. He has a rally on the same day for his super PAC. Or super PAC. I don't know what super PAC is or super PAC.
Say, what is that?
I don't know. I love you elaborate more, Marty. I don't know what that is. But so yeah, he won't be there. And I actually didn't see him there. I didn't see him. I didn't see him showing up. So that was really confirmation for me.
That's just sad. It's immature. It's petty. That's crazy.
It's very immature. Like, no, he's just
I mean, not if you feel like you've been cheated. To me, it ain't like
he wasn't cheated though. How was he cheated? How was he cheated?
That was your opinion. That's your opinion. That's your opinion that he hasn't been cheated. That's your opinion. This man feel like he been cheated, and over 100,000 people that have affidavits and proof and whistleblowers, they all feel like he's been cheated. It's a portion of a nation feel like he's been cheated. It's a great deal of people out there that feel like he's been cheated. So he's not gonna stop fighting for what he believes in and what he feels.
Well, I heard somewhere on CNN or MSN, whatever it is, MSNBC was saying that a lot of people that voted this year were moms, were teachers, were essential workers. And a lot of the reasons why he didn't win is because of how he handled the COVID pandemic. So I think, like I said, he failed at handling the COVID situation. I believe that's a lot of the reason as to why he lost this election. And how he was taking it. He wasn't taking it serious in the beginning. He said that, it's going to disappear in thin air. When the heat comes, it's going to die. You know, it was fun and games to him. So, you know, you don't mess around with stuff like that, especially when people have died. You know, even when he caught it, he still thought it was a joke. No, I don't respect nobody like that. Period.
He's driving by in his motorcade, wasting the taxpayers' money to do photo ops to wave at his fan base. Come on now. He's not on a reality show. That's how he's kind of like carrying things.
Yeah. Well, like I said, God got the final say, and we will know January the 6th because that's when they all have to go into their little room or their little hole and do a final vote. From like I said, in my opinion, I'm willing to just let it go and accept the reality. Because like I said, even if this is where we headed, it's still biblical. It's still biblical. It's still prophetic. So it's still supposed to happen exactly how it happened. I just know that's really clearly for me, it's a sign to get my house in order. because we will have a communist socialist in office running the presidency, and that's what I look at. That's what I look at. Things will change. Things will be mandated. Laws will be changed, and I'm just really not eager to see that day come. I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
not see that time come. So I was just really me myself personally. I was trying to balance a little time. I'm a traditional type of woman. I believe man woman marriage. I believe I believe in the sanctity of human life. I believe, I believe the old fashioned traditions. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Hmm.
seeing the world turn to where we are now scared me. So
Yeah.
to turn even more and get even darker and things to be approved and looked at as normal, and and it's abnormal, and for evil to be called good, for me, like I'm not looking forward to it. I even want to move outside the United States altogether. I've been talking to some people, and they just share the same views. And I said one day I hope to see you over in Jerusalem or wherever the hell we go, because I'm sure not trying to be here.
Lord,
Honey.
Lord have mercy, Lord.
I ain't I'm gonna take my ass to Jerusalem. I'm serious. Like, I'm going to Israel. I'm going somewhere. I'm getting up out of here. I'm getting up out of here because it's gonna get worse. How many of y'all think it's gonna get worse before it get better? Or how many
Me.
of y'all think it's getting ready to get better?
I don't. I think it's gonna
Hell,
be.
it's already worse. It's already worse.
But it can still get worse than where we at now.
Oh, things can always get worse.
Things
Because
can
Biden's gonna
always
be
get
president,
worse.
so it's gonna be worse. I get it. Okay.
So Trudy, with you being in the school system, or do you? Cause like I'm for the. I work at our church school. It's a private school, so we don't have to follow all the rules. We basically follow Baltimore City rules, like with the holiday closings and like snow days, things like that. We follow them. So, it's going to be mandatory for the public school, like teachers and anybody else that works in the school with children. Is it going to be mandatory? Have you heard that people in the school system are going to have the vaccination, like healthcare workers would have to?
I think I missed that whole question, Cynthia.
Oh, I was
I,
asking Trudy.
I
She,
was asking Trudy, but can you repeat it for me so I can hear what you asked her?
yeah, she's saying that she works in the public school system. And I was wondering because, like, with me, I work at our church school. It's a private school. So we only have to do like 170 days. We make our own schedule, but we do follow Baltimore City because we are accredited through Baltimore City, through the school board. I forgot it's on North Avenue, but the big place for the schools. But I was wondering if it's going to be, has she heard of school people working in the public school, if they're going to have to take the vaccination, if it's been said it's mandatory that they take it. But she says she hasn't heard anything yet.
Oh, okay. Marty said political action committee. Let me put them up on the screen. Political action committee collects money and donations to further the cause of a certain party. They can spend the money any way they feel or keep it.
Mm.
Wow. I didn't know they can keep it. I thought the money had to go towards the election or whatever the cause was.
Yeah, I thought you couldn't use fundraiser money for your personal.
Personal right. Me neither.
Mm.
Tree said, but I'm sure will be because we are in the community.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got to get ready to kind of wrap things up here. It's been a very interesting conversation. Y'all, regardless if we agree or disagree, I mean, life gonna have to play out. And so as life play out, we will see We will see which way we going. We will see how, if things will get better, if it will get worse. We will see. All we can do is really make predictions. And also, like some of us, we turn to prophecy. We turn to the word of God, and we like, well, this is what the Bible say. This is the time we in right now. And so we compare it to life and what time we, as far as where we at in life. So, but we'll see. We'll see. All I can really say is just stay prayed up, period. Either way, for good or for bad, just stay prayed up. I'm going to read yours too, The Simple Life. These socialists will shut the country down for 4 to 6 weeks, then mandatory vaccines to return to work. Yeah, and let me throw that on the screen too. That's why I kept saying, like, I see it just getting worse. I see it getting worse and worse. And then I guess some people might be like, okay, well, this is what we have to do to get rid of this pandemic. But at the same time, can we be sure? Can we be sure that this is the actual plan? If I submit myself to this house for 4 to 6 weeks, if people off of work for 4 to 6 weeks, can you assure us that it's going to take us further where we need to go as far as getting rid of it altogether? Are we going to see a spectacular number drop? I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm here, but I've got some company just came in, but I'm still here listening. I'll be in and out.
Oh, well, we're getting ready to go ahead and wrap this up anyway, because I have to leave early today. So we have to kind of wrap it up a little bit earlier than usual. But as far as y'all Christmas plans, because we have Christmas coming up for those that do celebrate Christmas, I would like for y'all to drop in y'all comments. What are y'all plans for Christmas? Or do you have any plans for Christmas? And also, have you already done your Christmas shopping? Have you already got your Christmas shopping out the way? Nene, I think you said you been got your Christmas shopping out the way, didn't you? You still got little ones.
Yeah, mine's is done and over with.
See, that's good to have a jump start. That's good to have a jump start. And also, maybe if people have a jump start and kind of plan ahead, you won't really be as stressed out coming the days of, or you won't be out there shopping in the store that's just packed. I mean, if you plan ahead of time, that can also lessen the chance of spreading COVID. Either shopping online.
Yeah, we went to the store. We went to Walmart, I think it was yesterday, and it was a little bit of a line outside. And I'm like, Lord, they're going back. But I think they had to go back to, 50% capacity, 75%? I can't remember which percentage it is for grocery stores, but I know they've closed indoor eating at restaurants now, and outdoor can be up to 50% capacity. I'm like, it's too cold to be eating outside, even with the little tents, and I'm sure that they have heaters in them and stuff, but I'm not trying to be out there in the cold heat. Hey, Simple Life.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to when the kids had a Christmas break and they out of school for a couple weeks, and and then my husband have like a mini break, not a full break, but he off on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve. So I look forward to the time I have with my family when we all can come together, because we don't get to do that often. Like even on the weekends, when we had a weekend, most weekends he works. Sometimes I'm busy doing some stuff or running some errands. Sometimes my oldest daughter at work. But the holiday is a time where we can all kind of stop what we're doing and just come together. And I've been trying to create more things for us to do. Like when they was little, I used to have them building gingerbread houses and all type of stuff like that. But I'll be trying to think of different activities and more activities and stuff that we can kind of do together as a family. To me, that's my favorite thing about the holidays, really. Like I can do without wasting all my money on gifts. I can do without like all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not big into decoration. I know people that's real big into decorations from the inside out. I'm not really
Honey,
big on that. That's you, Cynthia. I know people
man,
decked on the
I've
holiday.
seen some houses that I mean, they have so much stuff in the yard that it looks messy because they've got so much stuff. Some of it's really pretty, but sometimes it's just, kids
It's,
love it, but it can be
yeah,
too much. And people
yeah.
seem to lose the real meaning behind Christmas. What it's all about anyway. And you can't, like church says, you can't receive if you have your hands. You can't give if your hands closed. You can't give and you can't receive anything. And I forgot what I was going to say about what Black Snowflake was saying in her live.
It might be good to actually take the kids out too around this time to feed the homeless.
Oh yeah, that's that. Yeah,
Around this,
my grandchildren give back. Yeah, they have to give.
I think they definitely should be. They should definitely give back, but be programmed, not programmed, but be brought up to be grateful. Be grateful that you have stuff this day. You got people all year round don't have a roof over their head, food to eat, clothes. You see what I'm saying? You should be grateful.
Yeah.
So getting your child involved in some charity work around the holiday, I think is an excellent idea. That's something that I might actually incorporate because I know a place that can use some help. So thank you. Thank you, God. I just had a quick revelation real quick. That's something I can get my children involved in. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Meeting on
Yeah.
Christmas.
Going to soup kitchens and all that. Absolutely. I absolutely agree.
For some parents that can't really make Christmas about what they used to make it about before because of the COVID and because of everything that's going on right now, I think that'll really be an excellent task to do with them.
And like that's what she was saying. Black Snowflake was saying that Christmas is only 10 minutes. People get in debt this time of year trying to overdo. When you start off like having children 3 with iPhones and stuff like that you're gonna have to get bigger and bigger with your gifts. You know what I'm saying? Some people do that, and to get it over something where they'll play with it, like they said, 10 minutes, they'll play with it, and then the next day or even the same day, there's pieces missing from the games, pieces missing from like the Legos and stuff like that. You've got broken toys. They play with it for a few days, if that long, and then it's over with. And it's just, to me, a lot of it is a waste of money. And if people want to get depressed and out of whack because they can't get gifts and stuff, I think that they need to try to relax and give what you can. And if somebody gets upset with you over what you got or didn't get for them, then that it would be a problem.
Our
If
children
something I'm grateful, if I don't, I'm okay because I celebrate Christ every day when I wake up, thanking him and telling him how much I love him and how grateful I am.
yeah.
I my faith is getting stronger, but I walk in confidence. When I say things out of my mouth, I believe God is going to do it. I don't say foolish stuff out of my mouth because I'm not trying to play those type of games, but I do a lot of things and say a lot of things not knowing how it's going to happen, but trusting God is going to make it happen. He's always got a ram in the bush. I've got a strong, strong circle of people that love and care about me, and I don't want for anything. And I'm just so, so blessed. I'm so, so blessed to have the group of people in my life that I have. And I had, like I said, I had to let go of some people that were always negative. Something good's got to be going on in your life. When you call me, don't just tell me negative stuff. Let me hear something positive that's going on in your life. You can't be miserable all the time. And if you are, then you need to like check into what's going on with you. But I don't let it. I don't like the holiday this part of the year because it's dark. I need sunlight. I don't like it getting dark early. I don't know if it's the lack of vitamin D or what, but I'm not depressed, but it's just I just don't enjoy it. And I guess because my children are grown, even though I have grandchildren, it just isn't the same for me because they've made it so commercialized and forgetting that we are celebrating the birth of Christ, even though it might not be his actual birthday. I don't know why people trip off of that because we have to pick one day to celebrate his birth. So they ended up doing it December 25th. If it would have been July 3rd, somebody have a problem with it too.
No, they gave him the day. No, the problem is they gave him the same day that that the pagans worship their God on his birthday. They
Oh,
gave
okay.
they gave him the birthday of the pagan God birthday. And basically the Roman Catholic Church was like, okay, y'all want to celebrate or whatever, y'all have to celebrate his birthday the same day as the pagans celebrate their God. And they
Oh,
got
okay.
where the problem lies. And that's why a lot of people say, no, I'm not about to celebrate that day at all.
Yeah.
And I get it. You see what I'm saying? Like I really don't have a, because from my understanding, what the Bible says, you have to work out your own salvation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really judge what other people do. I just judge what I do.
Right.
And if I see something or I know something or I'm a witness to something that's going on that's totally against God, and they have people like going straight to hell, and I know it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if we in a circle and you telling one of our friends like, girl, you better go out there and do something, whatever the case may be. I try to not judge people because I ain't perfect, okay? But at the same time, right from wrong. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? At some point, you got to be like, nah, this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? You got to speak up. But I'm not the person that be like, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. You got to work out your own salvation if you saved.
Right.
That's the big if you.
Yeah, that's one thing I try not to do. When I talk about God, like I said, I just use my testimony and I
Yeah, I hope
he's
in the
real.
right.
I can feel him. I can feel the warmth in my body when he's like when he healed my knee one time. I was having really bad pain in my knee. We was in church and they were saying if you need prayer, blah blah blah. But we didn't go to the altar. We prayed for ourselves. And I put my hand on my knee, and I promise you, it was like a warm sensation came over my whole leg, and it stopped hurting. And the Holy Spirit gets on me so much, all I can do is like try to like shake it because it's so strong and so powerful that it's hard to handle sometimes. It just becomes so overwhelming that in a good way, but it's like sometimes it'd be like, oh God, this your strength and your power is so much. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Okay, y'all. Well, I have to get up out of here. I hate
Okay.
to end so early, but I got to go ahead and leave. And I'll see you guys next week.
Okie doke. Thank you everybody for coming by.
Thank y'all for coming back.
Don't forget to hit the like button on your way off if you didn't hit it on the way in. And we appreciate you guys so much.
Bye bye.
See y'all.